Everyone, this is Real Talk with Matthew. Today I've got my buddy Tierra with me.
What's up, everyone? How you doing?
And Sonia's trying to get in here, looks like. Yeah, this is Real Talk, and we just sort of freestyle a discussion. Me and Tierra met back.
What, 98?
I was in high school.
I was a junior in high school when I graduated in 99, so yeah.
I graduated in 2000. We was working at Bruno's together.
Yes, sir.
And
this man always had my back, man. It's been like this since we met.
Yeah, he's had my back too, man. We went through so much stupid stuff.
Stupid stuff.
We both still alive. There's a lot of us that hadn't made it.
A lot of the crew gone. A lot of
the crew's gone, and you know it's the Bruno's was my first job. Was it your first job?
That's my second job. Second job for me. I'm a little older than Matt. A year older than Matt.
Yeah, I was there for some time. I remember what ended up happening was I was stupid. One day, me and my buddy Allen came into there on my day off. I got fired on my day off on Friday.
Back on Friday, Craig, get real like Craig.
So
get real like Craig.
I go in there and the craziest thing, we were stealing hot dogs and something else. It wasn't even nothing really good. Me and Allen, and I had money.
Had the money.
I had money. I don't know what I was in there taking. You know, they was paying us like $5.15 an hour. I felt like they owed me.
Young and crazy.
That's what I felt. They wouldn't giving out no raise. Remember
they wouldn't.
Remember they had the
changed the food world when they had the.
What was that? The union.
We was union,
and I had to cross that picket line, all that stuff. So,
everything.
But you know what? Looking back, that I shouldn't have been doing what I did, and I took more than that over the course of the time.
Right.
And I remember going to jail. And my mom and dad was out of town. I had their house to myself, and the police taking me to jail and says calls me a career criminal because I went to jail like 6 months earlier for a possession of marijuana.
We was riding together.
Yeah. So the thing is,
change is possible for real.
So what's so crazy though is like I had a whole bunch of homeboys at my mom and dad's house smoking weed and playing Tony Hawk. He comes up there and asks them where I'm at. They say, Matt's in jail. He's like, what the F is...
Yeah, I was like, what's going on, man? How y'all in this man's house play? Show you what friends is. We ain't got but one friend for real, but...
You came and bailed me out.
I had to come and bail him out, man. I'm like, how you gonna be at this man's house playing games and doing all this stuff and this man in jail? It wasn't cool, but we know who our real friend is. A lot of teach you that who your real friends is, but we know one we got always up there watching us.
Yeah, so that, it was just it was a
life learning lesson.
It was something else, man. I was young and stupid, and I started hustling little marijuana. I would front out little packs. Here, I'd give somebody 5-6 sacks, tell them to bring me back so much money for it.
You was doing it.
It was. Then it got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm just lucky that I never actually went to prison. Because I got deep into some bad stuff, and
Me also, God had to teach us a lesson. I had to bump my head really hard. I'm on a 70-foot cliff in 2006. But God, Matt just told me a few minutes ago before we started taping, he did that. One for that, I might not even be alive. He had to teach me a hard lesson in life. But we got
it was.
Keep on.
I don't even know where I was. I was really lost. Whenever that happened to you, I was in my own messed up thing going on. I believe maybe I was messing around some rap studios or something with Mike Fresh and Triple X.
R.I.P. Mike Fresh.
I was trying my best to make millions of dollars doing that. I really thought that we did have a nice studio going on between the two. They had a little bit of beef, but then I somehow squashed it, and them two merged together, collabed together, and made a little record together too. Rest in peace, Mike Fresh.
R.I.P. Rest up, Mike Fresh.
He wasn't as lucky as Tierra. He was coming from Wetumpka. He was supposed to come see me a week later. We already had plans for him and his baby's mom and his son Myron to come down and see, because his name was actually Myron too, but his son's name was Myron. They're supposed to come down and see me, but he was on probation, and I guess it was smoking a little bit of that spice or whatever.
That's what it was.
And then he fell asleep and hit a culvert.
That's it.
You know what? The crazy thing was, I actually escaped a similar accident. So there was a similar accident happened. I was doing my little thing, trying to make a little trip to see him and Darren.
Yep, and
I was going to drop off something, and damn if I hadn't been asleep about 2 weeks. You know, I was out running the streets. You know, I'm not proud of anything I used to do, and I don't condone anything.
Right.
And some of the stuff that this is for entertainment purposes only. So some of the stuff may or may not be true. We're saying that it is true, but I don't want to I don't want no investigation going on.
Yeah,
no active investigation going on. So some of this stuff may or may not be true. We're saying.
We just telling you how we feel in my view, and also rest in peace at Darren AKD Magic rest up. He lost his life last year, but like we said, we the two survived. We thank God we made it. I went for 70-foot clip in 2006, so I'm very blessed to be here also. Like, man, this man right here been through some stuff, but God just kept a shield over us, kept blessing us. We're here for a reason.
Here for a reason, man. Like I said, I was going to meet him and Darren up there in Carbon Hill, drop something off, and I hadn't had no sleep in a while, and I fell asleep behind the wheel, and 18-wheeler was coming at me, and I cut the wheel, and I hit a culvert. I hit a culvert just like Fresh did, but he died. It flipped my car. I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. I flipped the car end over end, and then it rolled over, and it crushed the driver's side.
I remember
if
that.
I had to have my seatbelt on, I'd been dead. It threw me in the back seat, and Dad had up there for the state trooper got up there, and I was able to take care of some stuff that I shouldn't have been doing, and I didn't go to jail that night, and I didn't die.
It's a blessing from God, man. We both very fortunate, because and not before I had my wreck, April 21st, 2006, I had been up all night just chilling, doing wrong, but had to be at work next day, and I knew that. But I tried to get up by myself and go, and I fell asleep driving. God just was actually teaching me a lesson. This man just told me, we just left the grocery store, he just told me if I wouldn't have that wreck, I probably wouldn't be here today. Just living too fast, living wild, man.
Yeah, that slowed him down. That slowed him down, I'm sure. You know, we hadn't been in contact over you know, off and on. We was like this for like several years.
At least 10.
Yeah, and then we stayed in and out of contact. And I think, actually, I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. So maybe we won't get in an argument about it today, but I remember we didn't talk in almost 4 years because of this shit. It was the Trump thing.
Yeah, right. I remember
the Trump thing. You said Trump was racist, and how can you turn your back on the black people because I was supporting Trump.
Right.
You know, and I do still. I don't believe Trump is racist.
Right.
Now, you have your own opinion. You can believe it. But you remember when we was growing up, all them rappers used to talk about Trump. Yeah. They loved Trump.
Right. They really did.
They loved Trump, and they still even up to 2015.
They talk about Trump money. That is, and I was being closed-minded. I gotta be open-minded. Everybody has a mind and entitled their own opinion. That's why God made us all different. I made us have our own opinion. That's why. So I had some forgetting because this man had his own opinion. I can't tell him not to like Trump. It's like telling him telling me not to like Michael Jordan. Or I can't like Barack Obama. So, you know, Michael J, you can't do that. Yeah. So everybody should just listen to be open-minded, hear other people's opinion. You know, because we did that bull crap, and one of the best friendship, one of the best friends ever, man.
Yeah, over some stuff, and I still to this day, so I don't really 100% like everything Trump does, but I do believe that our country was running in the right direction under his leadership, because the groceries are double, triple now since Joe Biden's took over.
Right.
I mean, everything's really went tumbled downhill, and it's caused chaos. And I don't want no more of that. I don't care who, you know, ultimately God allowed Joe Biden to get in office. Ultimately, God allowed Trump to get in office. Everybody's been in office, God anoints and allows to get in there. No matter how messed up the situation is or how bad the person is. I just did a story on Saul the other night, and Saul was a wicked guy trying to kill David. David wasn't nothing but his partner. David was his homeboy. David done killed Goliath for him, did all kind of.
I caught that man.
Yeah.
And Saul turned to Paul, not trying to pick up, but Saul, but then turned to Paul.
That's a different Saul.
Okay, my bad.
I'm talking about King Saul back.
King Saul, my bad.
Yeah, yeah, he's talking about Saul of Tarsus.
Mm-hmm.
Saul of Tarsus turned into Paul the Apostle.
Right. That's what I was talking about. See, just a simple mistake like that can cause anything. Big arguments, but see how you have to be called mind and listen. Sometimes everybody gotta listen sometimes.
But he's bringing up Michael Jordan. I'm a Kobe guy.
See?
Kobe's the GOAT. That's my opinion.
I'm gonna let him have his opinion, but we all know who jumped from the free throw line back. But let him have his Kobe. We are R.I.P. Kobe. R.I.P. Kobe. I love you too, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Both of them are great basketball players. Both of them are great.
The most talented person, though?
Who is that?
That I believe was just pure talent. Because Michael, the difference between Michael Jordan and Kobe, they put in so much work and so much practice, so much effort.
They really did.
Allen Iverson, woo, that man was just, if he had put in as much work,
name he'd been the greatest. No question, no question about that. That man.
He almost single-handedly beat Kobe and
I seen that man cross over Michael Jordan. Yeah, he did that crossover head, man. I seen Iverson do that crossover Jordan, and my mouth just dropped. I didn't know what to do. I was in shock, man. I didn't know what to do when I seen that.
I don't know. It's just, life is really, really weird, and things happen, and sometimes you don't realize what God was doing for protection.
Exactly.
Until it's gone. Bad things happen. There's nothing we can do to stop from happening. My sister died.
My baby mama died.
Yeah, his Julie.
Yeah, Julie Key died. My baby mama.
And I was really good friends with her too.
Yes, he was. Yeah,
it was the craziest thing because me and her had a. It was like you was my best friend, but somehow she was too. It was a really strange. Y'all would be fighting and fussing and stuff. I'd hang out with you, then I would go hang out. I never did sleep with her, never did do anything like that with her, but she took care of me after my sister died. She grabbed me up and took me down to Florida to her sister.
Her sister ain't no
auntie's condo. And then I stayed down there with her for a week. She really took care of me during that time, and she was a really good person.
Really good, so
she was. Now she was crazy.
Oh yeah, she was crazy. And I got a daughter, my daughter crazy. That's my baby. Shout out to Ariel.
Yeah. So Julie was crazy, but she was. I never seen the crazy that you probably seen. She was always just really cool with me, but I seen when you got around, y'all would be mad. I can see her eyes just change.
Yeah,
it's almost like a damn demon.
Yeah, that's it. One day, I can't talk about the acid trip.
Right, go ahead.
All right, December 1st. Y'all remember Y2K, right? So it's October 31st, 1999. This man here decided we're gonna try some acid, right? So Julie was at work. She told me, Tierra, don't do it. So I did it anyway. And Kevin Morgan. So we go up there. I go to Ron. She called me, Tierra, come get me. So I'm trying to cover up, of course, so I don't get cussed out later after fuss later. I go to Ron, see her, and I'm talking to her. But guess what, y'all? She melted in front of me. So I'm looking down here. She said, Tierra, as I'm fucking up here, what are you looking at? Look at me when I talk to you. I said, I am looking at you, and my head's in the floor. So that's the type of stuff I got protected from. And on that day, it's no lie, I drove home like a DA, like dumbass, drove to Carbon Hill, and train tracks in Carbon Hill on the right side of the road, y'all. It was Halloween, they had little Christmas lights on the decorations, right? I'm looking at light. I followed that light from Carbon Hill, from Billing Sons Carbon Hill to Winfield, Alabama, before I realized what was going on. And I said, oh my God, Marion, I had to turn around, come on. But it was just God protecting me, man. We wanted another sign. So, I mean, if we go through our ups and downs, life is a never state of change. That's what life is. Always gonna be changing differences. And those two people are the same, those two stovepipes are the same. So it's like he has his opinion on stuff, Trump, and I just listen to it and I agree, Trump did some good, we all do some good, we all do some bad. So nobody's perfect, That's a good dog right there. Sonya's my homegirl right there. I spit her. I'm her god. I'm her uncle. So since me and Matt brothers, my uncle. That's my dog right there. A little niece.
She's a good little girl.
Good girl.
But yeah, I don't know. So they were, throughout the years, I struggled. Since when my sister died, I cursed God, and I was so angry with God for years. But then I was using the alcohol and the drugs. It actually got worse because I was you know, just sort of hustling there for a long time, like making good money.
I remember that.
I was making good money, and I wasn't like actually, I wasn't so bad. I mean, I was, of course, I was doing some stupid stuff, but like it was at some level to where I was maintaining.
Right, yeah, he couldn't. I'm witnessing this. I'm witnessing this.
Once my sister died, though, it was game over, and I went really far down here. I could still manage to do what I was doing, but I'm glad that God took it away. I remember one day, Dad, I'd been missing for about 2 weeks. I wouldn't answer the phone. I'd go off and not answer the phone for nobody.
He did that to me before.
And finally, I showed up to Mom and Dad's house, and he's like, "You want to go to the flea market?" And I was like, "Yeah, I hadn't had no sleep in probably a week." And me and Dad goes to the flea market, and on the way there he said, "Son, I got a rehab down in Florida. Are you willing to go to it?" At this point, I was ready to do. I can't even speak on tape what I was fixing to do, but it was some bad stuff. The devil had done got me so bad. I was fixing to do some stuff that was going to lead me in prison probably the rest of my life, and. It was just by the grace of God. Dad had me in that truck that day, and he said, "You know, I got a rehab. It's free. Are you willing to go?" If he's like, "Yeah," I said, "I'm ready."
And I remember that.
And so he's like, "Well, okay, we're gonna leave out money." I start freaking. I'm like, "Man, this I'm fixing to get sober."
Yeah,
I was like, "Man, I am not wanting to."
He called me and told me about it. Y'all remember this?
I'm not wanting to do this, but I do need it. And I stayed down there and that's how I learned about Jesus so much. So like Jesus took me through all that BS that I went through to come closer to Him. Because once I went down there, I stayed in that study. So like, you know, I was talking about Michael Jordan and Kobe and all that.
Yeah.
Well, I was practicing reading my Bible.
That's it.
There'd be people in there joking and laughing. I had that Bible up, people in the smoke pit smoking. I was reading. We was in there. From the time we woke up, we was either singing or people come in teaching us about God. It was all different backgrounds. So I've no different opinions. There's a lot of Pentecostal coming there, and you had a Jamaican church that came there.
Right.
I had all kind of different churches come there. So I was learning these different. You know, everybody's got their own opinion. You got Baptists. You got, like I said, the Pentecostals. You have Church of Christ. You have Catholics, you have all that stuff. So I was able to learn all that stuff and form my own theory of God. And I was doing when I got out, I was doing Jesus videos. I was preaching, and then I started messing around with a woman that wasn't technically married, but I guess
we've been in that situation.
So I guess she wasn't. She didn't ever like walk down the aisle, but she was living with a man. And had some
common
kids.
Law.
They don't have common law state out there.
Okay, no more.
So she still had her original name. So she wasn't technically married, but you might as well say she was. I didn't know that though. I didn't know that. What the guy was staying out of town every day except two days out of the month.
Wow.
So them 2 days a month, if she wasn't it wasn't crazy. It was
right.
Like,
Yeah, that's what you say.
You know, it's like so. Finally, I found out, but I was done in love, and so like. It was a really bad situation. I started drinking heavy again, and she said I got her pregnant, and she ran off. And I don't know whether there may be a kid out there that I don't even know about. Because I can't even get. It's like it got so bad I had to call because he found out, and I told him, I said, "You come to my house, I'm gonna kill you."
Really?
Straight up, I'm gonna kill you. There's no reason for you to come to my house.
Right.
And whatever's happened. I'm not proud of any of this stuff, so I'm not condoning any of this stuff. But I had to quit doing my Jesus videos because God, like, He's like, "Man, you got to calm down." And I didn't know how long it was going to be the punishment because I enjoyed doing the videos and I really loved. So it took me away from God again.
Right.
And I had to go through that struggle again. And I went through another hellish relationship, 8 years of dealing with an alcoholic. But by me getting involved with her, she was worse than I was.
Really?
So I tried to save her. I took her to Anniston and put her in the halfway house, and I went to AA.
That's what's up.
And in AA is where I got my connection back with God again. My connection with God, I've been sober ever since that. Ever since I took her off and dropped her off, October 5th of 2017.
Congratulations on that,
It's
man.
my sober date. I hadn't touched no alcohol. I ain't touched no weed, no pills, no cocaine, no nothing.
Congratulations on that, man. I'm real proud of that.
Yeah. So, but it's like when I was going through that, it wasn't happy, and I tried to get her sober after that.
Mm-hmm.
But I realize now that, like, you know, something Greg had been telling me, you got to be equally yoked with your partner. So
okay.
you can't have one that's wilding out doing this stuff, and then you're going down the Jesus path.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to be equally yoked with our partner. And my buddy Greg been telling me that for years. I'm one of them hard-headed guys that want to learn on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I
want my head.
Yeah, I want to just beat my head against the wall until I have a concussion or something.
Right.
And then when I wake up, then I'm like, oh man, that hurt. And that was stupid.
And
You know?
you could have did this right here. I understand exactly what he's saying.
So-
I never heard it like that. You gotta beat your head, gotta be equally yoked with your partner. I
Yeah,
never heard it like that.
and-
Now I'm understanding. I feel what he's
It's
saying.
in the Bible, and I know it was like this. Bible is like every time I open it up, I see something new.
Right.
And like my dad's cousin Danny was preaching today, and I was actually in 1 Samuel when I did the last lesson. He was in 2 Samuel today, and it's like me and him's been sort of around the same area, but every Sunday I'll do mine, and then I come to church, and he's really almost touching on or right around what I was already talking about. But he actually does a better job. He's been doing that stuff for years though.
Okay, I understand.
And he really did a superb job today because I was actually talking about forgiveness and all that stuff in the last lesson. When he took it, he like knocked out the park. So it's like I was sort of the JV league, and he was
high school. Okay.
Yeah, he did a really good job on that.
Speaking on that, Matt, I wanted to cut you off. I want to say something. Today in church, we was in Acts chapter 6. And my Ryan church not there on Sunday. We should not complain. And y'all know complaining is a sin. We're supposed to be happy with what we got and then thank you, because if the Lord give you a little bit and we show how much we appreciate that and take care of that, then He will bless us with more. You know what I'm saying? More and better. And I'm learning that today. I had to learn that today. You know, God. So I appreciate what I got. I ain't got much, but I got something. It's people that's worse off. So read Acts chapter 6, y'all, and go through that, and you will understand more about it.
Well, speaking on what you just to piggyback on what you just said, I was out. You know, after I did the AA thing for a couple of years, I started going to church on days that I had was available. There was this one church called New Life in Christ.
Right.
It was a Pentecostal church. They didn't speak in tongues there. The preacher wouldn't allow that, but they believed in it. But they didn't want to do it because they didn't want to scare people. And they said you have to have an interpreter. He said if you're going to do it, you better have somebody interpret. That's what it says.
You understand?
So he was talking one day, and I want to do a research and do a study on this, but the way to I changed my prayer life and I still will get away from it, but I try to go back to it. I try to stay in that. It's like when you pray to God, it's not necessarily a list of needs and wants. It's like, God, you know, God, thank you for the hot water.
That's it. That's
right. God, thank you for the food in my belly. Thank God for things instead of just asking God.
Exactly.
Come to God with thanksgiving.
That's what you're supposed to do.
So that's that's to piggyback off of what you said.
And also piggyback off that, Matt, we shouldn't have so many selfish prayers. We should pray like I should pray for myself. Somebody I should pray for you and for your mother. You know, pray for other people. You know, that helps a lot.
That's actually what AA teaches. AA teaches us not even pray for ourselves.
Right.
Which I will, but there's some years that I was scared to pray for myself.
Right, okay.
And I'm not saying that we should be scared, but AA teaches that we should pray for other people not even worry about ourselves. To worry more, focus on other people, because that keeps us sober.
Right.
Is to help other people.
That's true. That's true. That's selfishness. When you always talking about me, this, you're not looking out for the others, you know what I'm saying? And that's how we doing with it. And I learned that when I'm here drinking and doing all that, we were being selfish. I was just thinking about Tierra, I'm just thinking about T. I ain't concerned what my mother's going through, my father, no, my friend, nothing like that, you know, because that's selfishness. I mean, what AA is all about. We should pray for other people and do more for others. That's what it's about, Matthew. You're right.
I know they're towards the end of my drinking. But right before I made the decision to take her off, and for me to decide to stop, I looked in the mirror and I seen a demon in my eyes. It was not me. It was something else that had took over. And I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know how that happened or how it got to that point, but it did. And I never ever want to be that man again. It was scary seeing like something in me that wasn't me. It wasn't lie to Jesus. Now you know I go. I can light up rooms. I'm not trying to say anything, but I do know because I worked for a man.
Right.
The last job down South Alabama I worked for, that guy, he had a demon in him.
Really?
Black eyes. He would look at me, and he didn't like me because I was Jesus. And you know what? He was atheist.
Oh, okay,
and what's so great about that is like this goes on with saying you never know what's happening in God's world, why stuff happens. Well, I had a good job. I had a really good job. I was executive chef of a hospital down there.
Wow.
I was making really good money. I had Monday through Friday. What chef job is Monday through Friday? There's
none.
There isn't any.
None.
I had Monday through Friday. I had so much vacation, PTO time built up. I could just take off when I wanted to.
Do what you want.
It was, and I was working 40, 45 hours a week.
You can't beat it.
Yeah, and I was getting paid good. But like, and I was able to take, I feel bad because I can't take my girl to the dog park as much. I can't go to the gym as much.
Right.
Because now I'm driving further. And I was only 10 minutes from my house, the job was.
You can't beat that.
Yeah, so, and I was out there on the beach and all this stuff. I was in paradise down there. But I wasn't happy because like I worked with two narcissists. I was in between two of them. And like, so I didn't like the job, but I liked the benefits of the job.
Right.
The money and the free time and all that stuff. So I would never quit that job. I'd stayed the bitter end. God shook that up, and that man came up with some crazy. He knew he couldn't fire me. I hadn't did nothing wrong. He came up with some crazy scheme of we're just doing away with the position. We're not going to carry an executive chef, and we're going to hire an assistant director. Them two ain't even close to the same thing. A director is not a chef. I had to create all the recipes.
Even I know that.
I had to create all the recipes for the dietary needs.
Right.
I worked with a dietitian and I created the menus for the patients.
Wow, right.
For each dietary need. You know, out of this right here.
Wow.
Out of my head.
Yeah,
God blessed me with being able to cook really well.
He's smart, man. He's always been smart, man.
So it was looking grim, and I applied all over the place. I applied all the way from Pensacola to Gulf Shores to Orange Beach to Mobile, all the way to Birmingham to Coleman. Oh God, you know they gave me a little bit of money for the BS they did. So I had enough money to be okay for a minute, and then this is a weird little trip how all this happened. So I can talk about. I wasn't going to talk about, it, but I can now.
Go for it.
So like. I got hired by this. I'm not going to say the company or whoever it was, but I got hired by a corporation, and they was paying me good money, and they was going to let me work in Mobile till I got the thing. So I was able to work while my house was being sold because I was going to work up here in Birmingham for this guy.
Right.
So the last day of my training, he calls and just starts talking to me sideways, and I hadn't even took no test yet, you know. I took all my tests and passed them up to this point, but I had a final exam. He just called me talking to me sideways, and he must have been having a bad day. I said, you're not going to talk to me like that. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much you pay me. You're not allowed to talk to me like that.
I understand it.
So then he ended up, I ended up just quitting that job. And then I didn't have a job for a while, and I bought a house without a job. I didn't even have a damn.
That's from God.
I didn't even have a job when I bought this house. And Dad, I remember Dad was riding down the road. Dad's like, he started just laughing. I was like, what are you laughing about? He said, damn. He said, you done bought a damn house and ain't got a job. And he said, how in the hell did you do that? I was like, God.
That's it.
God did that.
Matt, can I come in on something?
Go ahead.
You said the man was telling you and you stuck your job and everything right. It was the enemy doing his job. He came for nothing, Satan came for nothing to kill, steal, and destroy. The enemy does his job all the time, so we gotta stay prayerful and keep our faith. He's just doing his job.
I would have been happy with that job. So then I took some other little side gig that I was just enough to sort of have some pocket change really.
Right.
Until this other job came along. Guess what? This job allows me to be off every Sunday, Monday. You know, I'm getting a salary. It's not as much money as I was making in the hospital, but the benefits are good, and it's a better work environment. There's not no negativity. There's no backstabbing. There's no narcissists working there. It's nicer food, fancier food. What I went to school for and what I like, and I really do enjoy the job. And I get every Sunday off, so I can be in church now.
That's what's up. That's a blessing from God.
So that's what I'm saying. So God took all that stuff, and now I see why He was now close to my family, close to my friends, and you know, this is where I belong. I believe I belong in northern Alabama. I'm from Walker County, but I'm in Blount, which isn't far from Walker County.
At all.
And then I got the job in Jefferson County.
That's great. See, God pieces back together.
God,
that's how it works.
God shook it apart. Now I'm just waiting on the right woman, because I had a girlfriend that was up to some shady business, and it ended up not working out for whatever reason, you know. But the thing about that, I got peace about it, because I did have a girl that I loved for a roughly a year, and I did right by her, and I didn't do nothing wrong. And I did what I was supposed to do, and like, you know, at the end of the day, we wasn't equally yoked. So I learned another hard lesson. You know, but I did, you know, I still care for the girl, and I'm happy that she's moved on and she's doing good, and whatever. I pray that she gets whatever she wants out of life.
Right.
You know, I'm looking for, you know, hopefully it'll be replaced as like the job. The job and all, the job and the house. I wasn't happy at the house either. It was centrally located with a bunch of nice stuff, so I'm further out now. It's a bigger house, and I've got a big yard. I had like a 1/16 of an acre or something. I was living sandwiched together, but it was like, I mean, I was like 10 minutes from Owa, like 15 minutes to the beach.
Right there.
I mean, I was like right there, everything. So like. But I wasn't, you know, all that being said, I wasn't around my family. I go to church. I go to Dilworth Church of Christ. That's where my uncle and my cousin preaches. And like my whole family goes at church. My whole dad's side of the family, and like, so I get to see them. I used to only get to see them on like once a year. We used to do this. It was reunions, family reunions. We had at Indian Creek Youth Camp down. Was it Oakland?
Oh, that's Oakland, Alabama.
Yeah, down in Oakland, I think. Oakland or Parish or something like this.
I think it's Oakland for real.
I think it is Oakland.
Yeah.
We used to go to them every year, and that's the only time I've seen that side of the family. But now I'm seeing them every Sunday.
That's a blessing from God, blessing disguised from God.
Yeah, and I got to see this guy today.
Yeah, we ain't seen each other. I know about over a decade, man, or at least 8 years. We did.
I did come see you. You was using different house.
Yeah, we was in a different house. It was like 08, maybe. Oh, 10. Well, you had this passed already, hadn't you? Because she passed out to 10.
She has been dead.
Okay.
And I know that I came by and seen you.
Yeah, with the bus. Yeah, I remember that because you gave him a ride home. I remember that.
And then I ended up dropping by and seeing Tim Capps at the Green Top after I dropped you off.
I remember Tim. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I got a story about okay. I don't say his name. I'll try to keep people's names out of this stuff. But
only about Tim. What's up, Tim?
So we was at. He used to be my neighbor.
Right.
At my mom and dad's house. Me and Tierra went over and was in his back bedroom.
Yeah.
We were smoking a blunt.
I tell you.
And his dad walks in and said, "Y'all go to jail for that shit one day."
This is real story, true sermon. It's a true sermon.
And he was right. At least I didn't go to prison.
Yeah, at least we didn't go to prison. That's one thing about it. And me being a young black man, y'all know how they do us more. They do them like that too, but they do us more. You know, we should be prison. I should be locked under jail, but God, He spared us, man.
So I'll tell you one thing about
that. We need together,
what I realized about the police, though. So they used to rough me up, and they beat me up one night. It was a DUI I had got.
Right.
I wasn't running from or nothing like that. They said I was. I was just trying to get my car back to my mom and dad's house. Right. And I got out my hands up. That dude Goldberg speared me.
No way.
And then
yeah, you did.
Was you on the porch that night?
Did, yeah. I think so.
It was Wayne and a couple people. I don't remember.
Dave went out there, wasn't he?
I got out with my hands up. That dude Goldberg speared me. Then flipped me around and cocked the Glock and stuck it to the back of my head.
Hey, yeah. And he had his, he's a white, CRC white. And he got his spirit. That's how Polly did me. I got some ones right here. I was giving my daughter's mother, who was a Caucasian, was Julie Key. I was giving her money for my daughter's birth school pictures. Do you not know, I was at Walmart, you know, they threw me out the car and threw me, I got a scar right here, threw me on the ground, concrete. What are you doing? So it was a drug dealer. It's because I'm black and white, see me exchange your money. I'm like, what? But God saw all that, because guess what happened? Guess what happened right now?
Is it?
Yeah. Because for stealing people's dope and selling it themselves.
All I know is that
God saw it all.
All I know is that since I haven't been doing nothing crazy and stupid,
amen.
The cops really don't mess with me no more. They used to be on my ass.
Oh, he was a target. Don't get in the car with this man back in the day.
I had a big target on my back.
About what year? 98? Don't rise you 97.
Shit, it was like about 5 years of that.
Yeah, real talk. Got the window shot out. Remember that?
It wasn't me. I didn't get no one.
That was Paul, wasn't it?
Paul didn't do it.
Okay, yeah. When was that night? Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't rolling like that. They didn't know about shoot at me. I mean, I went through neighborhoods that white people weren't supposed to go in.
He was there.
I remember that time. I've been to Yorkwood, I think, 4 times.
Yeah.
And that's a place white people was not supposed to go.
Yeah.
One way in, one way out.
Yeah, that's it. You can mean one time.
I never.
Yeah. I mean, I would have been. He telling real talk. He was in Yorkwood, Alabama.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to be there. It's like it's a lot of illegal stuff goes on there.
The hood.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Might as well be easy. The only thing difference is ain't much killing as in Ainsley is. That's the only difference.
Because people like they got people under control there. I feel.
That's it. Yeah, that's what it is.
Everybody's in check. They've got this shit running smooth. It's a smooth operation.
That's what it is. It's only difference for real.
Now Tyree got shot at going through there.
He did, son.
Yeah. He got shot at going through there. Like that. I came back one day to his house, and he had bullet holes all through that little pickup truck he was driving.
I remember that pickup truck. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
I didn't know that, man. See what I'm talking about? It's like our generation, our little crew just always in some mess, man. We used to do some bad stuff, but we was always in some mess, man.
Man, I'm thankful to God that my life has been changed for the better, and like I don't ever want to go back to our style. Now I don't
regret it.
I say I don't, but I do wish that I could have lived this life longer than I did. But I've got the experience now to help other people.
Exactly.
That's going through this hell. I went through hell. I thought it was fun. I thought exciting and all that stuff. There's plenty of money, plenty of women, plenty of all that stuff.
Yeah, it was.
And but that's not really where God wants me to be. God allowed me to live to get to the other end of that, to realize all my mistakes, and then I can help. If anybody needs some help, I'm able to help and talk to them. Where, like, say, a preacher that hadn't been through this stuff,
right? They
don't know about it. I can go talk to them on a whole other level because I've been through that.
He did that life for real, y'all. And on that note, I'm not piggybacking your note. Like, I lived life with him, but now I'm still alive, but I can't run, y'all. I can't jump. There's a lot of stuff I can't do. I have seizures now. I used to have seizures, but I hadn't had one in 2 years. Now, thank God, it took years for them to get my medicine right, where I wouldn't have them. I was in the hospital 2.5 months. I had to go through some hell to get, but God had to take me through that torment to show me what I need to be able. Now He's placed me in a better place, and now I feel good. Me and my homeboy in here just chilling, trying to help other people out, trying to be unselfish and help other people out, spread the word, y'all. It may seem fun that minute, but for real, in the end, in the long run, it really ain't, man.
There's people we know dead now. Like he was whispering over here about the. We're not going to mention people's name. I think we sort of did vaguely, but they was. I'll go ahead and tell you all the story that happened. There's a crack deal going down. Yeah. I wasn't there. He wasn't there. We heard this through another party. 3 of our homeboys tried to knocked the crack out of the guy's hand.
They sure did.
They drove off and they shot about 17 rounds to the back of that little 240 SX.
Real talk. Real from my mom, from the God.
And it's by grace of God them boys didn't die.
That's what it's all.
You'd have had these people in prison, these people dead.
6 lives out for nothing, for no reason, for some cocaine for a little 20-second high.
It was probably $100 worth of dope.
That's crazy. Yeah,
that's probably about all they got.
That's it.
And it'd have been people dead and people in prison.
But nothing for 20 minutes, for what? 6 minutes?
I don't know.
It's crazy. For no time, for nothing, not worth it. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have been worth it, y'all.
No,
gotta do better.
So if anybody's out there that's ever runs across cocaine or crack, don't ever touch it.
Don't do it. Ain't worth it.
Because stuff like that happens. That stuff happens every day. That's just one instance. I could go on and go on with stories.
We could sit all day and tell y'all about it. We could sit all day about it, man.
I'm hoping to talk my buddy Greg.
What's up, Greg? How you doing?
Greg Tyree. I'm hoping I can get him on the video next.
Come on out here, Greg, man. Come on now.
He's very lucky to not be dead.
Really blessed. Really blessed. And y'all know what Matt was talking about? I'm gonna piggyback off that. Matt was talking about how I went off a 70-foot cliff, and people went off a 70-foot cliff and they'll tell about it. And I'm blessed with just God. That's all it was, man. This man was stuff he done been through. All kinds of stuff. He ain't lucky. He blessed, man. And all type of stuff went on, but God it wasn't our time. God just spared us, man. And I praise and I thank Him for that, man. Always, God, thank you.
There's been a few times in my life. Like, so, I'm going to tell one last story, and this is my last of my war stories.
Go for it.
So I was, it's after my sister died, and Julie done brought me back home from the vacation.
Right.
I had 3 homeboys came to me. I'm not going to describe everything that happened, because there could be some time put behind this.
Yeah, I feel you.
So, all I can say, these guys ran across a bunch of bang bangs that they probably 50 of them, and some boom booms, and I was at the hotel room, and I met somebody down there to do a transaction, and these guys decided they was going to jump me. There's about 5 of them all together. One of them jumped on my back, had his arm around me like this, choking me out. I grabbed him by his neck and I threw him over my shoulder and I kicked him in his head. The other guy came up, kicked me in the groin from behind. I fell down. There's 3 of them stomping and kicking on me. By the grace of God, I was able to get up. I must have been so amped up with adrenaline or something. I don't know what happened, but I had my elbow was shattered at this point, and I was still able to pick myself up.
I remember that.
I took off running, and this guy, I'm not going to mention his name, I know who he is, and you know who you are if you're watching, grabbed me by my shirt and I was running, ripped the shirt right off my body while I was running. Went up to the hotel room, I grabbed one of them big boys, and I was going to go shoot him. Luckily they done peeled off. And I came to your house like the next day, your mama's house in Carpenter Hill. And you remember my face was swelled up like the side of the back, and my arm was swelled up like this.
I remember that, man.
That's where they kicked me right here. It was swelled up here, and my elbow was it was swelled up like this. And then Fresh rolled up. I'd never seen Fresh in Carpenter Hill. I drove with Fresh, but it was just really weird that I was at your house. As soon as I pull in, Fresh rolls up in that old school 442.
And then on 4th.
And he's like, damn, what happened to you? I told him what happened. He said, you need to go to the hospital. I said,
that day vividly, bro.
I said, man, I don't know if I need to go to the hospital. I said, you know, because this, and that was going on. Yeah, it was some illegal
stories,
it was some illegal shit going on. So I can't. He's like, man, he said, you just forget about all that shit and get your ass to the hospital. And he convinced me to go to the hospital, and I did. And man, I had to have surgery twice on this elbow. That's where this scar came from.
I didn't know it was twice.
Well, they did the surgery, and they had to go they ended up having to take the pins because the pins was rubbing against me.
I remember the first one, man. I remember that, no lie.
I had to go get that hardware took out eventually. After a couple of years, it was bothering me so bad. But same thing with this ankle. That was a different story.
Still got. We can trade war stories. Yeah,
but I'm blessed by the grace of God. I did not
Thank
die
you,
that
God.
night.
Thank
My
you,
sister
God.
died, and my grandpa died, my cousin had died, and then I got the hell beat out of me. These wasn't just average little guys.
Big dudes.
Big old football players.
Yeah, big dudes, big boys.
Big boys. And like I'm not no big man or no badass man, but for whatever reason that night I held my own with 5 big monsters.
That was adrenaline, God and adrenaline.
That's the only way I got through that was God. God wasn't through me. He had me here to this point right here, to where I'm warning people about the dangers of that life, and also you know, I'm trying to save souls now. I'm not hustling to make money. I'm hustling souls.
That's what's up. That's the best thing to hustle. And streets ain't safe, y'all. It seems for me it ain't safe at all.
Oh, it's even worse now.
Oh yeah. All that stuff.
They put yeah. Yes.
I got people ain't hear no more that. Just try to stay straight, man. That's all you do. Pray.
That's about it. And I guess that's about all I got. Unless you got something to add to it.
Always praying, because the devil, he doing his job. The enemy's job is to kill, steal, and destroy. So try to stay away from the enemy. Just always keep your faith. Hebrews 11:1, and keep it up, man. Pray, stay, keep your faith. And God, he'll work it out. You ain't got to go through all this. You ain't got to bump your head. Seek up. That's all I got.
Amen.
Amen.
If you like what you've seen, like, share, and subscribe. I'm about 200 short on my subscription, so if you hadn't subscribed and you've been watching my thing, please hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, share. I appreciate everything that anybody does for me. Y'all have a blessed day.
Be blessed, y'all. Be blessed.
Okay.